Good morning. It is the September 28th, 2017, 11:30 a.m. And my name is Tanya Gully, and I'll be interviewing Patrick Gold, and he works for Gold Enterprises, and a subsidiary is Murfreesboro Post. Okay, Patrick, thank you for doing the interview with me today.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so the first thing I want to ask you, can you name the business?
Sure. Work for a company called Gould Enterprises. The corporation owns a um, media group called Main Street Media of Tennessee, and we have newspapers that cover 5 Middle Tennessee counties here in the Mid-State.
Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. And so, right now, the location that we're at, do you mind providing that?
Sure. We're in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, at 307 North Walnut Street, Murfreesboro 37130.
Okay. Since in class, we've been learning about the NAICS code, which is
Mhm.
basically a code where every organization uses to determine what they offer. Can you give me an overview of what this industry is basically?
Sure. We're in the newspaper publishing business, and so we gather news, gather information, write stories, sell advertising, and then, of course, distribute out these products either through print publications or through our websites and social media pages.
That's awesome. Great. Can you tell me, like, what year did you guys start?
May 9th, 2013.
Wonderful. Okay. And just for legal purposes, what kind of ownership is this? Is this a corporation, private sector?
It's a C corporation.
Okay. Awesome. And what county of business is your license in?
So newspaper publishers in the state of Tennessee are exempt from having to own or have a business license. So we do not have a business license.
Okay, that's awesome. That's pretty good for tax time, I guess. Okay, and then your title.
I'm an advertising manager, and I also handle the circulation as well. So circulation director.
Awesome. How many number of employees do you have?
We've got 32 full and part-time employees.
That's awesome. Okay. And then, like, let's say someone was coming in entry level, what would be like their stats or their requirement?
So depending on what they'd be doing, you certainly obviously would tailor the requirements. We've got many different types of avenues to kind of get your foot in the door. Certainly one being circulation with assistance on making sure the publications get where they need to go, and keeping track of where they go, and provide reporting as to how they are picked up and sold. We have advertising sales, so meeting with different businesses or individuals who are interested in promoting through one of our products or many of our products. And then, of course, we've got the news side as well. So we regularly have students who will help freelance and write stories for us, or take pictures at an event, or just gather more information for us. And so they certainly would be required to meet a deadline at which we want to include into their information into our publications. So.
Awesome. Great. So let's say I was a client and I came in to solicit your company. What products and services would you guys offer me?
So we would certainly discuss ways that we can look to promote your product through either our print publication or our websites. We've got a lot of creative ways that we can kind of spread the word about what you may have to offer, what you do, and so we would work through do a little bit of a needs assessment and work through what we could do and how we could best work together.
Awesome. And then who is your outside of Murfreesboro? We know because it says the Murfreesboro Post, but who is your ideal target market?
Sure. So we look to affect the folks who, so at least reader wise, affect the folks who work, live, and play here in Rutherford County. And so from an advertising standpoint, or an advertising standpoint, we are looking to work with businesses and industries that are seeking to target these folks or individuals here locally.
Okay. And then, far as competition, who would be competition for your company, or are you guys exclusive?
Sure. So here in Murfreesboro, we also have the Daily News Journal. They're a daily print publication owned by Gannett. And Gannett has publications in many other counties that we serve as well, so they certainly are. There's another weekly publication here that's local called the Rutherford Reader. That may be another source of competition, if I may. But there are other print products that seek to affect our local, or I'll say our Middle Tennessee readers, so just to name a few, like the Daily News Journal, the Rutherford Reader.
Okay, awesome. And so, just to speak to that again in regards to competition, what makes Murfreesboro Post stand out?
So everything that we do is hyper local. In our print publication, cover to cover, everything is about Rutherford County. There's no national stories. There's no outside news, if I may. We have local people writing about local things, newsworthy events.
Okay, awesome. And then international, do you feel like, I know you say you were national, but do you feel like you could move this company or this sector internationally?
I think that there certainly has been a growing need for local news and local information. Over the last 5 years, our company has grown from covering 2 counties here in Middle Tennessee to 5. So while we may be far off from our company reaching an international point at this moment, certainly the need for local news and local information is very prevalent, and that certainly is something that continues to grow, that need.
Okay. And we're almost done. Thanks so much. And then, so any future plans that we can look for the Murfreesboro Post?
Nothing's set in stone at the moment. As I mentioned, we've grown from 2 to 5 counties in the last 4 or 5 years. So I know that with the tremendous amount of positive feedback and momentum we've been going through with the Post and with the other publications that we serve, we certainly look forward to planning how we can look to cover more of the mid-state and be in more counties than we are currently.
Okay. And so, for the sake of time, I'm just going to ask, if someone was starting out with their own newspaper, any advice you could give them if they were entering management? Any recommendations?
You certainly want to be very clear on your expectations, clear and consistent. I think that will yield the best results and the most consistent results for you if you are very clear and firm and consistent with your expectations, so that the folks that you may be managing, can understand how they can best perform.
That's awesome advice. I want to thank you, Patrick, for doing this interview with me today. And this is Tanya Gully signing off.